I don't like
things in
rat
the dishwasher.
sound.
I'm not gonna put in the dishwasher.
You like, this person's ugly.
I'm really mad about my hands.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back with another episode of the Mike to Mike podcast, our Manhood conversation series here. Let's cheer it up, kids, for that. Yes. This is episode 10 of Manhood Conversations. And you know what, man? It's all family, no friends on this podcast. So we got a great episode for you. We got some great men here that's gonna spill their hearts out tonight, and I'm excited about it. Week 10, Kev, it's crazy that we in 10 weeks of this thing, man. Keeps getting better and better. We catching a groove here on this thing. So I'm gonna get my salutations and greetings out the way, and then we'll get started with the show. So to the right of me, he's been on the show before. He was on here 2 weeks ago. I had to bring him back because he did such a great job last time. I know he's gonna bless us tonight. Give it up for my guy, Mr. Anthony Robinson. How you doing, brother?
What's going on? Good to be back.
Yes. Great to be back. I'm happy to have you back. At the bottom of him, you already know he's original on the show. He's been with us since week 1. Hey, he's getting better and better as well, man. Give it up for my guy, Mr. Kevin Aldridge. And then to the left of him, man, he been with me for 3 years now on this show, man, and been rocking. We did a show yesterday. I call him up. He always is there for me, man. I love him. Give it up, man, for my cuz, man. Give it up for cousin George, man.
What up, fellas? What's happening? What's going on?
Man. So yeah, man. Like we always start the show off, man. We got to get our check-in, check on each other, our brothers. How has your week been? How has your week been? Your mental? We got to do that mental checkup, just to see how you guys doing and checking on your fellow brother. So you know what? We're going to switch it up this time. We ain't going to start with me, man. We're going to start with Anthony, man. How has your last 7 days been? How has your mental been the last 7 days?
Mental's been good. Last 7 days have been great. I think there's always going to be a up and down right throughout the week. We got emotions that God blessed us with, but the general trend has been a good week. It's been a great week. So like I was saying before, son's on spring break, so we celebrating and having fun there. Work's going well. Me and the wife's interactions are fruitful. And we just it's good. It's been good.
That's awesome, man. How about you, Kev? What's your last 7 days been like?
It's been blessed, man. It's been real smooth. Got to spend some time with the family over the weekend, with the kids and the wife. Hit the farmer's market and did breakfast outside. So
okay,
it's been a real cool weekend. Real cool week so far. We are embarking on 10 years. Me and my wife, our anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah, congratulations! We gotta cheer for that, man. Yes. Cheer it up for that, man. 10 years. That's a blessing, man. All right, George, how about you?
We've been doing good, man. Work been a head buster. But other than that, home good. Been working out lately, man. Just got to finish the workout now. So I found out that I feel a lot better when I work out. Just get a little walk, a little weight. So man, overall, feeling good. Not great, but better than last week. So thank God for that.
You know what, man? I'll say this, man. My work life has been a little bit better this week. I'm having a good week. These last 7 days have been good. You know what? One of the greatest things is, having a wife. I love my wife so much, but coming home to a home cooked meal, bro,
man,
that is an amazing feeling. You get off of work. My wife had some, I don't know, rigatoni with some, I don't know what it is. That mother looked so good, bro. She had that hot and ready for me, man, with a little salad. Man, that just warms my heart. You know what I'm saying? You take them things for granted sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But man, coming home to a home cooked meal make you feel good as a man. So yeah, man, I've been having a great week. You know what I'm saying? I had a nice little meal. It's been a good week. Brent Coop, yeah, man. Appreciate you, Bentley, man.
Yeah, that's my cousin Bentley there. Shout out.
You fam to me then too, man. Appreciate you. What up, cousin Tiffany? That's George's wife. She laughing like Tiffany always laughing at this, man. But yeah, man, it's been a great week, man. I'm glad you guys are having a great week. But we gotta get into this show. We gotta get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, and that's our questions this week. All right, and I have a couple different questions going through couple different categories, different topics that we're gonna talk about today. But it should be a really, really, really good show. I'm gonna start with this one. Let's see which one we want to start with. Let's start with this one. Are you doing what you want to do in your life as far as your career? And the reason I ask that is because I don't know these things about you guys, and I want to know a little bit more about you as well. But a lot of times in our lives, and especially in Black men's lives, sometimes we got to do what we got to do and not what we want to do. All right. You got to do what you got to do. And right now, I'm going to ask you guys that question is, are you guys doing what you want to do, as far as your career? And I'll answer that question first. So I'll give you guys some time on it. Right now, in my actual career, in my job, I'm not. I work for the automotive industry. I am what you would consider like a plant or assembly worker. I work for Chrysler with the Stellantis, which is the actual name for it. And I'm blessed. I have a great job. It has great benefits. It takes care of my family. I live comfortably off what I do. But is it something that I would want to do in my career? No. All right. It's not. It was not in the plans for me. Actually, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a sports agent, which was crazy.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to be a sports agent. I went to school for sports management, I didn't even know what was the path for me to become that. But now doing this podcast, I am living what I actually want to do. This is what I would love to do for the rest of my life, is talk to you guys and talk to the people out here and run my mouth. I do it already, so why not do it? You know what I'm saying? Make a little money and have a little fun doing it. So yes, this is technically, I am doing what I want to do as far as my career, because I started this thing, and I'm gonna keep it rolling because this is something that I feel like is my purpose and this is my passion. So what about you, Ant? Are you doing what you want to do as far as your career right now?
Man, you know what? I've done a lot of searching on this the last 10 plus years. And I think right now I am. I work in IT, kind of like in the project management space of that. If you would have asked me this question 8 years ago, I would have said kind of not. And I was blessed to shoot my brother's here wedding some almost 10 years ago. Yeah. Both Kevin and Mike, I was blessed to be a photographer, and that was the path that I was on. And then God hit me with a revelation for me. It ain't necessarily for everybody, but he basically prompted me to separate my dollar from my passion. He prompted me to separate the two, because I got to a point where I realized that I was selling what I actually like to do. And when I started selling it, even though I've been many weddings that I shot that blessed me, there was still a freedom that I couldn't have with the talent and the gift that he blessed me to be able to create with. So I figured out that I had to separate the two. So now, just in a completely different vein of career, making my money like Paul. When Paul was done preaching, he went to go make tents till he could make his bread. When he had to make his bread, he went to go make tents and then got back to it when it was time to preach again. Same thing for me. I'm making my money separate so I can be and create as free as I want to be without having to give or serve. I know that sounds kind of bad, but without having to serve or complete a objective of something like that for someone else. So long story, long answer short, yes, I am right now. Yeah.
Oh, what about you, Kev?
I am. Actually, I am. I do. I'm a union electrician, and I also do real estate. So I love both things that I do. There's still some things that the God told me to do in ministry that I need to tap into. But as far as my career, what I'm doing in my everyday life, I'm happy.
That's good.
I'm doing what I want to do. I ain't know that's what I wanted to do, but God placed it in my lap, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is dope." So I love it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What about you, George?
Am I doing what I want to do in my career? No. Like I'm in IT, and I'm in a space to where I've capped this ceiling. Now it's time to go to the next level. And I know once I get there, I'll start to get to that freedom that he was talking about. And so it's a process. I do my little self-study, you know what I mean? I'm really halfway there. I really got to get more focused and honed in. And once I do get there, I believe I'll get the pay and the freedom to allow me to kind of expand and really do even more of a passion, which I'm still trying to find out what my passion is. IT is not my passion, but I know somewhere out there. So long as the Lord give me breath, I'm gonna keep on searching for it till I find it.
That's good. Thank y'all for the answers, man. Just wanted to learn a little bit more about you guys because it kind of spills over to this next question that I have for you guys tonight. This is going more to the spiritual realm as well. Are you living in your purpose? And that one goes a little bit deeper than careers and things like that. But are you actually living in your purpose? And when it starts with me, I truly believe I am living in my purpose. When it comes to me, I feel like this is part of my ministry. This podcast, we're able to minister to different type of people that you probably couldn't reach at a church or you couldn't reach just evangelizing. It's just this show right here is able to minister to people in different ways, and you never know who's going to hear you, who's going to take something from what you said on this show. So that's part of it right there. And then on top of that is me being able to be a praise and worship leader. I feel like God has anointed me with that, where I'm able to touch people and I'm able to heal people and get them through things, and that's something that I truly love doing. I would do it every day if I could. That's what I love to do. So those two things right there. And then like Kevin says, God is not through with me yet when it comes to ministry and my purpose. I know I'm probably supposed to be doing even more, and I do a lot. I really do. I do a lot, and George knows that too. But I feel like I still got more left in me that has not came out yet. And I thank God that I have found my purpose because, I truly love what I do. I truly do. I love what I do. So we'll start with George on this one. Are you living in your purpose?
Yes, because I'm more of Mikey, there's more of like an encourager, man. And so I wouldn't say no evangelist in a pulpit type of sense, because I think everybody has a pulpit, right?
Yep.
And so I come across a lot of people, and I'm always trying to bring a word of encouragement, a word of hope. And so I believe I'm living a purpose. And I know for a fact there's more. I know, and that's my cross to bear. And one thing I don't want to do is one thing I want to do is die empty, right? When it's time for me to go, everything he's giving me to do, I did. And there's no like, oh man, right? So I'm living in my purpose now. I know there's greater to come, obviously. And so right now, yeah, like even this podcast, this one, even the sports one, just being around people, encouraging, lifting up, and just giving the word of hope in kind of dark times in this world that we're living in. And so, yeah, I believe I'm living on purpose. There's more great to come.
Good. What about you, Kev?
I think partially. You know what I'm saying? We like George said, we all are called to spread the word of God. You know what I'm saying? I think that part of my purpose I'm living in. I'm always talking about Jesus. I'm always evangelize. You know what I'm saying? I'm always speak what thus said the Lord. But I feel like I said in my earlier answer, I feel like it's more that I'm supposed to be doing in ministry. So until I tap into that, I don't think I'm fully living in my purpose and doing what God called me to do. So I got some work to do.
Yeah.
Sure.
What about you, Ant, on this one?
Good. What's up, Gabe, bro? Congrats on the baby. My brother, dude, Gabriel in the chat, he just had a little girl.
Congrats.
Last week.
Congratulations.
Yeah, his fiance. Purpose. Hey, so I went on a deep dive search around purpose in 2020, just like what it is, like what it means. And what I came down. Okay, first answer the question. Yes. Background. Now, what I came down to was that now I believe that we can't dictate what our purpose is because we're created beings. You work in the automotive industry, Mike. So like that car that you build and can't just up and start doing the hopscotch because its creator didn't make it for that purpose. His creator made it to get into it and drive around. The same with us. Our creator made us with a purpose to love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind, and soul, love our neighbor as we love ourselves, and then go out and create disciples. And everything that we do encompassing that in our gifts and our passions and all of that, we're moving in the purpose that he gave us in everything that he blessed and gifted us with in our talents and persons and souls and who he made us to be, if we're really walking with him. So that aspect, I absolutely believe I'm living in my purpose with that, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you guys for the answers, man.
And Miles Monroe got a book called I can't remember, Miles Monroe, where he talks just about purpose. I have to share it. I'll share it.
Please share that, because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people go through life and never know what their purpose is, and you know what I'm saying, and a God-given purpose. So I think it's truly a blessing when you know what your purpose is in life, and that's why I asked that question. And then we're gonna get on to this one, and this one can be a little surface, but you can go a little deeper with this question if you want to. But this next question is, do you have trust issues? And this can stem from relationships, past relationships, relationships with parents, things like that. I mean, it can go a multitude of different ways. When I wrote this question out, I was thinking about, mine is more surface. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to trusting my parents, trusting my wife, of course, I trust them 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? I trust everything. When it comes to some friends, when it comes to associates, people that I talk to on a regular, I always have this mindset of, I always expect the worst, so I don't get my hopes up. I'm just being honest. And I've been like that for years, where I always put it in my head like they're not going to come through. So that way, if they don't come through, I don't feel a certain type of way about it. And then when I looked at it, it's because I got trust issues. I don't trust people to do what they say they're going to do half the time. I really don't. That's why I prepare like they're not going to do what they're supposed to do. And if they do, that's great. Everything's great. But I always prepare. Even on this show, sometimes I prepare like, hey, they ain't gonna come on sometimes. So that's real talk. I'm being honest. So I always prep like that. So maybe mine is a little bit more surface, but I do kind of have trust issues where I don't trust people to do what they say they're gonna do, because I've been burned so much in the past by people saying they gonna do things that they don't do. So I mean, and it's not with y'all. I definitely trust y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some stand-up guys, but some people that's been on this show, I ain't gonna lie, I can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? They'll say they be on here and then they won't. Something came up, I can't do it. So yeah, man, I guess I do have trust issues. I don't know how I'm gonna get past that, but that's just my mindset. Is I'm gonna get it done regardless, and I don't like getting my hopes up for things. I just don't. So what about you on this, Ant? Do you have trust issues?
Man, I feel like I used to be way more. I've changed over these years. And I've noticed this. I think I used to be. I'm still inviting. I'm still like a inviting guy that enjoys being around people. But I also think life has changed, inspired me to change in some ways, just around my willingness to lean into trusting an individual, whether that be with how they'll treat me, whether that'll be with leaning on them for like you were saying, Mike, them to come through with something, whatever it may be. I'm not gonna say I'll compare it like optimism and pessimism. I used to be very, very, very optimistic about people and their intentions and abilities, and now I've tracked down on that a little bit. Like I have tracked down a lot of it, I'll say. Yeah. I don't know if I'm at a good medium of optimism and pessimism, but I'm definitely less optimistic than I was, 7 years ago. Right. And I don't know if that's for the better or not, I've been. I don't know, man. It's an interesting time for relationships for me in particular. So that's actually something I've been praying on. It's just different, man. It's just different. It's a little different in this time of life. So
it is.
Yeah, I might. I think I might. Yeah, I might. Let me answer the question. Yeah,
you do.
So.
I like you do. You like me. You do. You do.
You go get that man trust issues. You got him, bro. You got him.
You're in the club with me. You do.
All right.
You have a little trust issues.
That's fair. You gotta know yourself first.
What about you, Kev? What about you on trust issues,
man? I don't really know if I do. I just kind of like categorize people as you can kind of tell, man, when people flaky. You know what I'm saying? So I just put people in their basket, and I kind of keep you there. I don't expect nothing from. Yes, I guess it is, huh?
Hey,
but you gotta be foolish to just be like full-heartedly. Oh yeah, I believe everything you say. I think that's kind of moronic. So it's
your wife did it for you. Yes,
right.
That's hilarious. Hey,
you have trust issues. You don't trust it.
He said you got him. You got him.
He knows you best.
Go get me that bag. You heard me?
You know, like sometimes you get your feelings hurt a little bit. You don't show it, but it's like
you like, dang, bro, you too.
Yeah, they say they gonna do something, they ain't do it. I plan. They say they gonna come, they don't come. Like they, I bought this stuff. It's like stuff like that be making me mad. Then, like I said, I put you in a category, like you just said. Like I'm never gonna invite them again. Like,
hey, I had this thing with my wife like a year ago where I was laying in the bed, and then I realized something about my body that I never tripped off. I looked over to her. I said, "Babe, I think I got trust issues." I realized that I wasn't fully laying my head onto the pillow. Like I was just letting it hover just above the pillow. I'm like, I don't trust the pillow to lay in it, to rest my neck. Do I really have trust it? It might be ingrained. It might be deeply ingrained.
George, what about you on this one? Do you trust people, or do you have trust issues, or what?
You know what? I don't think I do because I don't be around a lot of people. So like the people who are around is pretty much family, right? And so I don't put myself in a situation where it's a nefarious character I put all my hopes into. Like, no, I don't make new friends. Like who I got, right? And so everybody in my life, from my family to my family, I trust y'all. I trust y'all to do what you're gonna do. I don't put this. Gonna sound crazy. I don't put a lot of hope in people because I don't need to. Like I just don't. So I don't think I got trust issues.
You got it, dog. You got trust issues.
You do too, George.
You sound just
you
like
say you don't put a lot of hope in people. That's the first sign of trust issues.
No, but because let's think about it. I don't know a lot of people outside of my family. I don't.
Why not?
So, I mean, I possibly could, but I don't trip off running. I don't know you jokers. I don't aim with y'all. I don't be vulnerable with people I don't know. Right? So I don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean?
Us even being from the city that we from, I think we all have trust issues.
Now, it might be the common
denominator. Trust on them streets. I'm
just being honest. I mean, I think it's just embedded in us sometimes, just not trust people. And like I said, I put myself in a mindset of I'm already. I need to stop doing that. I told Kania that I'm like I already plan for the worst. And I don't know why I don't always do that, but I just do. I always plan that it's not gonna work out, just so I can have my mindset right there. So I know, but I need to stop doing it. I do need to trust people more until they give me a reason not to trust them, rather than already starting out like that. So I guess I need to change some things and think about some things myself. All right, next question. And this is a good one for you guys. What does peace look like for you right now? All right, what does peace look like? As men, we got a lot of stuff going on. And you know what? I'm like, man, somebody just told me yesterday, man, I got some Adderall for you. I didn't know what Adderall was, bro. when I looked at it, you know, I'm like, oh shoot, like what does this stuff do? I looked it up and I'm like, man, I got a lot of stuff going on. Like basically it gives you peace. It gives you focus, it gives you peace. I'm like, let me ask that question on my podcast. You know what I'm saying? Of what does peace look like for you? And right now I'm thinking like how my dad and my grandfather used to do. Like I used to be like, man, they so boring. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do nothing. They just want to sit there and watch their game or whatever, and just sit in quiet. And now I realize it. That is peace to me. Peace to me is sitting on the couch, drinking a nice little drink, not a beer or nothing like that. I don't drink beer or nothing like that. But have me a nice little Ocean Spray drink or something like that. Watching my football game, watching a basketball game, or watching a documentary by myself. Sometimes I don't want to watch nothing with Kania because she gonna fall asleep. I don't want to watch nothing with the kids because they not gonna pay attention after 5 minutes. I just want to be by myself, man, and that's peace for me. And that's not a bad thing. I used to be like, Kania be like, you don't want to do nothing with. I'm like, y'all don't understand. When you're a person that don't get a lot of time to yourself, that's peace. I just want to be by myself and just enjoy what I like to enjoy. It brings back nostalgia when I was a kid, when I could just sit there and watch TV on my own at night or something when it was in summertime and just enjoy myself. You know, that's just how I look at things. So that's peace for me. It's just doing absolutely nothing. That's my peace. He's doing absolutely nothing because I do a lot.
That is
so what about you, George? What's peace for you? I kind of know your answer. Go ahead.
You know what? Actually, peace for me is everybody in my home in a good space. A lot of people think peace is the absence of war. In a sense, it can be. But you can have internal war and have peace around you. But for me, again, man, I can just sit back on a Saturday, talk to my family, watch my SC, smoke me a good cigar, and sit in my house. I can get up in the morning, I'll cut my grass, I'll edge my lawn, I'll water it, I'll make sure everything in this house is good. My wife will get up, and if her mom's in town, they'll go out. As long as everybody happy, I'm happy. You hear me? And so again, my peace is just being in my space. I like being in my house. I don't go out a lot. Like, you know, if I go out, I'm going out with you, obviously, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't run the streets. You gotta realize something. You just said that being from St. Louis, I got started early. So now I'm out the game, right? I don't need to be out in the streets, being where I don't need to be, hanging around people I do not know. So this is get me in my house, get me to my comforts, my creature comforts. I'm A-okay.
You good to go. What about you, Kevin? What does peace look like for Kevin right now with 4 children and a wife?
Yeah, and the dog. Don't forget the dog. Got a dog over here.
And a dog.
I think peace is like kind of like what George said, man. When my house is good, that's the start of it. If my house ain't good,
oh, you right. Clean house, a clean house,
clean house,
oh,
and
clean house.
Everybody happy and content. That's the start of it.
Thank
a clean house is the best thing in the world.
Yes, Lord.
Man,
right,
you know, a clean house, and then also I can just sit on my front porch. I got a rocking chair. Y'all don't judge me.
Hey, I want to get one. Don't worry about it. I'm giving you one.
Yeah, I sit in my rocking chair. You know what I'm saying? Just look out in the yard with my dog on my lap. I'm good right there.
That's right there. Oh man,
yeah, I can hear from Guy. It's perfect. You know.
Man, that sound. I might have to give me one of them.
Get you a rocking chair, bro.
You know, a lazy boy. I'm thinking about either one, man. A lazy boy or a rocking chair.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the outside. You got to get the rocking chair.
I ain't got no porch like you though. You know?
Oh man, you better build one.
Yeah, we ain't got no porch. And he was just talking about that. I want a porch. I want everything.
Right.
Just gotta do engagement ring, man. Calm down. We'll get it. Yeah. So what about you, man? What does peace look like to you, man?
It sounds a lot like the same, really. Definitely if everything is copacetic with the family. I think that's probably just because it's one less thing to be concerned with. If the family's okay, it's just one less thing to be concerned with. So that adds to your peace. But like actively, what's peaceful? It's probably a couple things. Just chilling with my wife, like after a long day and watching something interesting. a successfully fun weekend, like with the family, and then you said cigars, George. I do enjoy a good cigar, probably about once a quarter.
Yeah.
And then
It's all good. That was
and then I just started making music like a year ago. I'm not trying to go platinum. This is my hobby, and it's fun. But don't be surprised if you see me drop a project, because I'm just creating and I'm putting my stuff out there. So coming downstairs, making beats and recording, and that is fun. It's fun and that's peaceful.
Yes, this podcast is definitely peace for me too. This is probably my biggest hobby right now, and I love it. So I got to shout out the podcast because I love doing this. I don't even know what my life would be like without it now, which is crazy. Doing it for the last 3 years now. So, I mean, I'm very happy about that. And a nice glass of wine. I do like me a nice glass of sweet red every now and then. Roscato. I love it. And that's something that I get to do. Sometimes me and my wife will just sip on some wine sometimes, man, and just watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? Eat some popcorn. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's peace for me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot. I ain't no person that got to do too much. I don't like going out a lot of places. Listen to a sporting event. I'm loving that. I'll go to a sporting event all day, every day. But I don't like being out in the malls and all that other stuff. I just don't like unless it's sporting. I don't really like it. But yeah, that's peace to me. Those are things that are peace to me. So the last question for y'all, and it's gonna be, this is a shorter episode. We've been pushing an hour on a lot of them, but I only had 5 questions for you brothers tonight, and that's good because we get you out of here a little early tonight. But this is a good one. When did you first become aware of how the world views you as a black man? Get in the bathtub. I'm sorry, I gotta be a dad right now. Golly. I'm here by myself tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. We is at work. So y'all go see something. This girl came in here 3 times and ain't getting in the tub yet.
Put that damn on quick.
Grab this belt. Like, you sure right. Yeah, man. All right. What was I just saying? Oh, when did you first become aware of how the world views you as a black man? Yes. So, I here's the thing, man. It didn't happen in St. Louis. It actually happened down here in Dallas. I don't know how old I was at the time, but I'm telling you, bro, I used to hoop all the time. We would hoop. We would go to 24-hour fitness. We stayed there till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because it's 24-hour fitness. We'll hoop all day. Me and my little crew, man. It was about 8 or 9 of us. And I had a red Challenger, bro. That's when I was really doing my thing, man. I was loving life, you know what I'm saying? Had the red Challenger, red interior, you know what I'm saying? Really doing my thing out here, man, and, enjoying life. And one night I was coming back from hooping. I got pulled over. All right. And when the officer, I'm thinking like, okay, what's going on? First of all, it wasn't nobody on the road. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He says I didn't turn on my blinker to get into the next lane. Literally nobody on the road, just me and him. And he sees a duffel bag in my car, and he's like, so what are you? Where are you coming from? Are you a drug dealer or something? You got to be a drug dealer. Why your hat like that? You know what I'm saying? Asking all type of questions and assuming things. And in that moment, I've never felt so worthless, I think, ever in my life, of somebody just judging you based off of your appearance, off your car. Like, how do you afford this car? There's no way you can afford this car at your age without selling drugs. I'm like, no, I work hard. I work a lot of hours at Sprint or whatever I'm doing at the time. And in that moment, I said, that's how the world views me as a black man. If you got a nice car at 20 some years old, 22, 23 years old, you got a duffel bag sitting in your car that has nothing but a basketball and probably some water or something in it, they assume that you know what I'm saying, that you just a black man that sell drugs. And I'm like, that made me look at life a whole lot differently. Like, man, this world is crazy, man. The way that they view us as black people is that you can't be successful. You can't do anything but what we think you can, which is sell drugs, or you rap, or you do something that's illegal. And that just hurt me that day. It did. It hurt me. And I'm glad I'm over it at this point. But it's still when I think about that time where that cop just basically just judged me for no reason. You know, it really hurt me. It hurt me. So we'll start with George on this one. What was the first time you became aware of how the world views you as a black man?
It's probably so many, man, but someone like you, what stands out vividly. I think I was like right out of high school, and I was working at IHOP back home on Lindbergh and West Florissant. Me and a buddy of mine, we didn't have no way home, so we decided to walk. Like it was probably about maybe 12:30 at night from IHOP to where my mom and dad stayed. Probably maybe 25-30 minute walk. You know, so we're walking up the street, and this ain't no indictment on cops because they're great cops. So let's say that first, right?
Right. It's a lot of
so anyway, he comes down and he doubles back. He's like, "Where you boys coming from?" Now, mind you, I got on an apron that says IHOP. I'm like, come from work. Wasn't gonna ride? Sir, if I had a ride, I wouldn't be walking, I would have. Got ID? So it's the same rigmarole that probably everybody got the same story, right?
Yeah.
And so we wasn't in the middle of Lindbergh. We're on the sidewalk trying to get home safely. But yet, you see us and you might think us as a threat. We were just some young kids trying to get home. And so again, man, it's not an indictment on police officers at all. But unfortunately, the nation that we live in always make us feel our blackness every day. At 47, I feel it. But now, I'm way more proud of it. I was never not proud of it. Do not get me wrong, right? And Mike, you heard me say this. My struggle will always be my blackness versus my Christianity. Not because Christ is not all in all. Proud to be black. I love being black. I'm pro-black, but I understand my Christianity supersedes that. And so I'm proud of all what we do. We all can do better as a people. Don't get it twisted, right? But every day this nation lets us know. And let my son know just the other day, driving my truck, one of my daylights out, not the whole bulb out, he writes him a warning. So he said, sir, but the headlight works, right? So it's just the nation that we live in. And so every day we will feel our skin. But every day I do this, I get bold and proud at every moment in time, let y'all know we ain't going nowhere. So I know it kind of veered off. I just love being black, y'all.
Yeah. So, I do too, George.
I love it.
What about you, Ken?
It's phenomenal.
Well, I thank God I've never really had a run-in with cops or experiences like that where I was stereotyped or anything like that. So I praise God for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've seen it with family members and friends and stuff like that. So it's definitely an issue. But like George say, I think we need to remember, like our blackness is beautiful, it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. But we are children of the Most High first. We're children of God first. And that trumps everything. Yeah. So just remember what your bloodline really is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they may try to paint a picture of you being some way, but you know what I'm saying? Your father is the best thing ever. You know? So I just want everybody to remember that. You know, our father is top tier. So just remember, for sure.
What about you, Ant, on this one? Have you had any?
Yeah. I had like a couple run-ins, examples from police stuff to a couple police interactions to campus life interactions while I was at school. Well, I think one that sticks out the most, well, not the most, one that I'm gonna share is when I got into like my big boy job at the college, to, like, you know, get into that stuff. Had a coworker that was of another complexion, and for some reason this dude was acting like he was my manager.
Yeah, I've had that.
Like leave me alone. You do your job, I'll do mine. Leave me alone. And it took we had a whole bunch of managers, like a whole different string of managers go through that team in particular, and one of our managers that we had was a black dude. real dope guy. And it took him to pull me to the side. He was like, and break it down to me. Mine was my first corporate experience, right? He's like, hey, we're minorities. And even though we shouldn't represent each other, we do. So you can't do what they do. You can't do what they do. You can't be the slack a little bit. You can't, because ours is elevated, because there's already a twist, if you will. There's already a lens that we're viewed through. So you can't do, you have to be a higher performer in your and what I got there is more so in your character. You have to be a higher performer in your character, because not only do you represent the rest of the 10 black folks at this company out of 300,000, but this is also what they expect you to be already anyway. The opposite of that. So that was very like, dang, okay, like this is what it is.
Yeah. And you know what, man, I hate to say it, but like, I mean, my wife is, let me read some of these comments first. It says, our black sons need to know who they are before the world tries to define them. Teach them their history, culture, and greatness. I affirm mine regularly. You are smart, strong, and enough. Yes, we do. My wife does a great job with that. Tiffany, George's wife, said, yep, that's what happens on these jobs still today. Eyes are always on us. It's a shame nothing has changed. So sad. And then Kania asked the question, at what age do you start having a conversation on how to handle interactions with authority, how to stay safe without shrinking who they are? And you know what, man, I think it starts, you know, especially I think when they become a teenager, when they will start being out more in the world, they'll be out without you. You know, a lot of times at this age, they're going to always be with you. But when they start going out, hanging out with their friends, you can't always hold their hand. And you gotta, you know, they gotta kind of know what to do in certain situations. My dad always said, always just do what the cop says. All right, there's no reason to argue. There's no reason to say, why do you need to do this? Pull out your ID, give me your ID. If you know you ain't done nothing wrong, to keep the conversation at a minimum, just do what they say do and keep it moving. All right, see another day, and that's how I always done things. And even with that, sometimes I will call, like I had my mom on the phone last time when that guy, you know, he asked me those questions. He said, who you talking to? I said, I'm talking to my mom. You know, I just want to have somebody on the phone just because you asked me these questions. I need somebody to know that, hey, I did nothing wrong if something happens. You get what I'm saying? And in those situations, you might have to do that sometimes. And unfortunately, being black in America, especially black men in America, it's just how it is, man. I hate to say it, but that is how it is, and nothing has changed. You know, the game is probably a little bit different, but it has not changed. All right, from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, 2000s to 2026, we always gonna be looked at in this way. And I just hate that for us, but that's just how it is. And I'm glad somebody like Kevin has not had to go through that, because I don't want none of my black men to have to go through that, to be emasculated or feel like they're less than because of how you look, or how you dress, how you talk, even the way I talk. You know, sometimes the way we talk, we get ridiculed for that. You know,
but you know what, Mike? You said something, and every time I get put over, I got put over a couple times down here. And the Bible tells us a soft voice turns away wrath, right?
Yeah.
So each interaction, it ain't yes or no, sir, but it's peaceful and peaceable. And like Andy said, I'm not gonna let you think I am what you want me to be, right? I'm gonna make sure when you leave the interaction with me, it was different. Like, I'm not gonna be the angry black guy. I pulled out one day, I was with Tiffany and my wife and my baby, and I promise I ain't see the cop. He pulled over. You didn't see me? No, sir, I didn't see you. You trying to tell me you didn't see me? I say, no, man. I say, why would I want to hit you? I got my wife and my child in the car. I did. It was an honest accident, and he kept on kind of antagonizing the situation, right? So again, as I get older, I know that now that Caden's driving, he's 18. He has a lot more angst, right? A little bit more rage, not because he's a rageful kid, but he don't know, right? But it's easy to say, son, speak with peace and get out of the situation. And he's a very mannerable child, no doubt. But we know situations where it's still turned left. So we pray and make sure they're okay. You know what I mean? And that's for all of us, all of us. West Coast, right? And so it's just the nation that we live in. It's sad, but
And it's
keep them young.
that's right, cuz and it's another aspect to that a lot of us have to go through that a lot of people in the past didn't, but probably in the 60s and 70s is the political landscape of things.
Now,
How heated it is politically right now and how divided we are. You know, you gotta really watch what you do, watch what you say, because some people are crazy. They really are crazy. They take
looking for that one little button.
Yeah, the racism is higher than it's ever been. And you really gotta watch what you do. You gotta have self-control. I talked to the youth about this in class on Sunday, is having self-control. You control your environment. No matter what somebody says to you, you are the ultimate controller of your environment. And if you control yourself, that is the ultimate power, is to have self-control. And a lot of times that's hard to do right now because people are going to antagonize you. They're going to say little things that get under your skin. You know, especially our lighter colored people, some of the white folks out here. I'm telling you now, they are very bold. Some of them are very bold in the way they feel about things. So you just got to know how to control yourself in those situations if you ever went through something like that, to where you will not look back on it and regret what you've done or what you've lost because of a moment of anger or a moment of frustration. All right, so that's just something for you guys out there that deal with those things on a daily basis, because we got to deal with all different type of people in our normal life and our regular life. But yeah, man, I think that's gonna be our show tonight, man. I think this was a great episode. Good questions, good answers to every question. I appreciate you guys for that. Did you guys have anything y'all want to ask? Anything y'all want to talk about before we get off on the show tonight? Anything else?
No.
I had something, but I forgot it.
You forgot it? Oh, man, bro.
You was too busy thinking about them beats, wasn't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, and I gotta get your number. I don't know if I have it again. I gotta see if I got it, because I gotta put you in the pod, the group chat that we got. Yeah, I'm gonna put you in there, man, so we can have you back on here, bro. Because I mean, this has been great, guys. Like I said, week 10, another home run of an episode. And I appreciate you guys for that. I thank you for your commitment. I tell you guys that I don't pay these guys. I don't give them anything. They come on here because they want to every Tuesday, and they take the time out to do it. And I appreciate you guys for that. And eventually,
thank you.
Guys will get something, compensation. When we get to that level, I promise you, I'm gonna break you.
I'm holding to that, Jack. I'm holding to that.
I'm gonna get you with that back pay too. So
I know that's right.
How much it's gonna be?
Listen, you got it on record. He said, "I've been for 3 years. I'm an exception. You're I'm my seniority."
He's like, "You want reparations? So you want? I got you. I got
the snipe off the top."
You got back pay coming, cuz.
So
yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for all the ones that's in the comments. I know Anthony, I see your wife. All our wives are on here tonight. Great. We got great support. And, you know, everybody in here got a great wife, man.
Yep.
They all support us tremendously. I love each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the wives and all the support. And you know what? We might have to do an episode with the wives on here. We're gonna bring the wives on one of them. I know my wife is ready to talk. I know George's wife is ready to talk. They all like to talk, and they all hear, and they want to ask questions. So we might have to just do a wife episode so they can come over.
That would be good.
We'll have to bring them on one of these episodes so they can get they whatever they got to get off they minds on at the time. So man, we appreciate all y'all. We are on all platforms. We on TikTok, we on YouTube, we on X, formerly known as Twitter. I don't post on there a lot. The main one is gonna be YouTube and Facebook that you're gonna see a lot of our stuff at. If you guys have any questions for us on this show, please send them to me. Send them on our any of our platform pages. You can write a comment, send me a message. I will look at it and I will put it on this show. What we want to do is help people, and we're here. All we're here to do is help people. And I'm a vessel, and all these guys here are a vessel, and we're just here to help people and answer as truthfully and honestly as we can. So I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great night. Have a blessed week, and I hope you guys see us again on next Tuesday. Tune in for episode 11. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
All right. Good episode, brothers.